kissed him on the forehead. And I tried again. I was like, Dad. And he did this.
Can I get tissue, please?
No,
yeah.
How do you type an obituary not knowing what a person has done? You should get that from us.
Yeah.
The moment I walked out of the door, I got sick. You know, I got to a point where I was searching for a church. I just needed another church to get out of this place. I don't even know we moved and came to another house. So through this whole journey, as painful as it is, it's hard. You realize that in this journey you're just alone.
He was a man of many people, had a heart for people, you know. I think people loved being around him. I think he was just, imagine being so caring.
And it's the people you least expect, and you think he would say, how could it be this person?
Kundi.
I did say Kundi.
Yo, Kundi was time
Kundi
every
was
day.
big.
Yo, Kundi.
Before my dad got into coma, we actually lost him. It's hard to pray now, not to say I don't believe in God. God is there. I can only pray in my heart, but afterwards I can't say it of yet.
Welcome back to another episode of Jesus and Chill. We're back with episode 3 after 8. A long hiatus. It's been busy. It's been a long year. It's been a long month, but I'm here with Faith. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I am fine. It's been a long time, nah? Coco.
Yes.
I owed you this for a long time. It's been like for a minute. So yeah, so we're just discussing about grief and just about the loss of someone you love. Yeah. So Faith, how are you feeling today?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You fine? It's not hot.
It's hot, but I'm good.
Today I was hot today. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Now it's late and they were like box me like I went home, Jesus. But
and then your phone was off.
Hey! But Jesus is Lord. Yeah, so comfortable?
Yep.
You good?
Very. See how I'm sitting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think just also just gonna get to it. I think you're gonna just touch base on losing a loved one.
Mm-hmm.
I think we recently experienced that.
Mm-hmm.
And then just gonna touch base on like, yeah. What does your loved one like? Let's say.
Pardon?
Your loved one, like what's in like that, like the one you love.
Dude, it's like ripping my whole heart out. Yeah. That's how dear the person was to me. Mm-hmm. It's like your whole world is crumbling right before you.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's no word that can actually even define exactly what this person was to me, because not even the dictionary can have the most profound words to use. So it's out of this world. Yeah.
I think maybe in terms of words, would you say any memories that could help? Maybe just also need to help the words maybe just to come through.
Memories.
That. Yeah.
Do you know that feeling that you can't get over? That epitome of joy.
Yes.
It comes right from your tummy. It's like falling in love for the first time.
Yeah.
And then you're like, ah! Like butterflies.
Hey.
It was just like joy. Peace of mind. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite memory?
Of course. So many of them.
Yeah.
For me, it's weird.
Okay.
The hospital memories are the best. I was a big baby.
Yeah.
So the only one person who could handle me was my late father. The injections are the worst.
Was he crying?
He wouldn't cry, but he was always there.
Yes.
The slightest thing I have, he would rush me to the hospital.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just every time I go to hospital, it was like I have my personal Superman by my side. Even injections wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
It was how you know how someone is genuinely concerned about you. He would leave everything, be it a meeting, be it an outreach or anything,
come through
and rush back to the house.
Yeah.
He would call doctors to make appointments for me just for his daughter, and literally take me through. I remember when I injured my leg last year.
Yo.
See how big I am.
Yo.
See how big I am.
When you were like kind of
He carried me like, you know, those right things. He carried me and he was tired. He picked me up, put me in the car, and took me in there. Like, so for me, it's all those hospital moments. Like, we really bonded through that, and I could see he's feeling the pain as much as I am. And doctor's visits became like a dream come true. Even if he'll be in the line, the only time you'll see that this man is humble, he will join the public line the whole day, knowing very well that he can pick up a call and just call someone to get me through. He'll be in the line till sunset or whatever. So those were the special moments we have, you know, when you're down and when you see someone genuinely concerned about you. So that's the weird special moment for me.
All right. So what did you say feel special about the relationship you had with loved one?
I think it's, for me, it's the genuineness of it. I know people will look at it and be like, obviously this person will be genuine with you, but it was beyond being genuine. It was the kindness. I've learned a lot. The kindness, the humility. This is a person who has taught me so much. Like, even now that Bangeko, like, he's not around, I still have so much of him in me, and I feel like I have to, not I have to, but I will do it, you know. So it's like I'm saying, talking about this person, I feel like there's no word that I can really use. But yeah, as we talk, I'm sure I'll just try and look for words that are befitting.
I think just also to just touch base, and also people understand, I think your late father, he was a pastor where I go to church. Pastor Dixon. Hey, that man loved people. That man loved being by the way. But hey, I received the blessings. So yeah, he was a man of many people, had a heart for people, you know. I think people loved being around him. I think he was just, imagine being so caring. Like, we don't have, but he was so caring. Like, imagine, like, you know. Yo. So what can I say has been going through this grief experience? How has, like, what's the hardest part that has actually
the hardest part
taken you through?
The hardest part is just like you described him. He was caring, he was a people's person, he was loving. You know, when you get to experience that from someone, it's hard. Like, I've lost him, and then you realize that, oh wow, so this is how it really is in the outside world. You know, it's hard having a person who was so selfless, and then you look at the people around you and you think, then you realize that it's a special gift in someone. You know what I'm saying? You know, growing up, at a certain point, you'd feel like, I just want to leave. I want to do this. I want to live my life. I want to do this. Like, I'm tired of the calls and all that. Not to say that my dad used to bug me like that. No, he wasn't that type of a person. He would go and come. Maybe he'll call you when it's getting a bit late. It's like, so do you need me to pick you up? Those kind of vibes. But not, where are you? Where are you? No. Like, the whole day would go without a call until late, and then you realize that, just, you know, you'd feel like, but thinking of it now, there's no amount of selflessness that I can receive. And when you look at a person who was for people, I think the hardest part is now learning to understand people around you and realizing that people will not be like he was. Like, even the people you least expected, at least so and so should be kind. It's not that way. You realize that in this journey, you're just alone. And with a few people who really care. And if you have just one or two people checking up on you, just hold on to that. Otherwise, you can be alone. Like, the moment that person goes down, the box goes down, it's done. It's you, it's your remaining siblings, and your parents, if you have. your remaining parent. It's just that no one cares. And no one is going to check up on you. No one is going to call you unless you only have 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
So the hardest thing I've learned is I'm never going to experience unconditional love and the selflessness like he did. No one is going to check up on me like that. No one is going to be concerned about me. And even the people I would think, because dad went over and above for you, would you do the same? You learn people's characters.
Yeah.
That at the end of the day, some people are just receivers. And that's just how it is. So, not in a bad way, but that's just
Understand.
some things you go through.
So I think when you just touch base about that, what can you say has surprised you about this journey that you're actually going to, I think, increase? Like, what has...
Learning people's true colors has surprised me. Something that my sister actually said that actually has helped. Because when you then look at it at that perspective, and then you get to realize that actually it's not, it sounds bad, but it helps you to cope, right?
Yes.
It makes you understand that our dad was a person as his own unit, right? Doing his thing, living his life, and serving and selfless. So we need to understand that even in the lives of the people he touched, people loved him as a unit, as himself, right? Where are we driving this from? I'm going to just take you back to some activities that happened.
Okay.
So, typically, I would believe, this is the first funeral that was close to home that I've attended. I never attend funerals. Never, ever attend funerals. So, I would want to believe that when you are planning for stuff like a memorial, I think you involve the family because they know stuff about the person, especially when they are talking about the obituary and all that. I think it should come from us. But then we realized when that was happening it was a battle between us and everyone feeling like they have ownership upon over this person, right? We were just in the back seat. We had no say. We couldn't even choose. Anyway, we had no say. To the point where the obituary was typed without our consent. How do you type an obituary not knowing what a person has done? You should get that from us.
Yeah.
I mean, it only makes sense that way. But then that's when we realized that for him, he was that model for them.
Okay.
And we were tolerated. Because of course, how do you love someone and not tolerate the family? It doesn't make sense. So when she said that, it made me understand that in this journey, you're going to realize people's true colors. You get to know that some people actually were receivers. Some people were close at home. And some people were just there because he's a good man. You can go to him, you can talk to him, he'll come to you, you call him, he'll pick up your call, you call him, he'll come at your rescue. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you're a good person, people want to benefit off from you. Some people want to be there because they want you. So through this whole journey, as painful as it is, it's hard. It's very hard, guys. I don't wanna lie.
Yeah.
Because for me, it hits to the core because I'm there. And I'm seeing things happening. For instance, I don't know if I should say this.
No, you can go through it. You can go through it.
For instance, we have my mom who's a widow.
Okay.
Madam Fundis.
Yes.
Right. Since her husband has died, there's no ladies' committee who has come to check on that woman in the house. They don't even know where she lives. They don't even know we moved and came to another house. So what does that tell you? Yet we had a man who was selfless. Utawuye Mbabane, makshonelwe, he'll be there. The whole week. When the person is hospitalized, he'll be there. Even after the death process, he will still go pay visits. He will call. I'm not saying they should do the same, but I'm just saying, what happened to humanity? What happened to checking up on someone? I'm not saying people don't. It's just 1 or 2 individuals who we know that even before he passed away, they were always there. So we've learned a lot. You've learned to see the people around you who are intentional. who are real, who are sincere. Even I've learned to see the circle around me. Who cares and who doesn't? Well, other people might say, "How when I'm finally I'm the kindest person on earth." But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I've lost some, I've gained some, and it's just a lonely journey. That's all I can say.
Okay, I think just to break away a bit, I think you just touch on a lot. This is one little example. There's this thing. Let's say I meet your friend, but anyways, I tolerate them just because I'm going. So would you say that, per se, just because dad was there, now he's not there. Now you guys just like the sideline. Anyways, just got to remember similar go. And then there was like you guys. Oh, then there's the package coming through.
Something
would
like
you say
that. Like I say,
yeah.
I've got so many practical examples.
Okay.
Some I can't say in practical.
That's okay.
For, the sake of everything.
Yes.
But when I say it's bad, it's bad. Church level. I got to a point where I was searching for a church. I just need another church to get out of this place. It's toxic.
Yeah.
I need to leave because I'm trying to lose my mind. That's how bad it is. And it's the people you least expect. And you're thinking, how could it be this person? What? Not even the youth. Elderly people.
Yeah.
So, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a very... I don't know if grieving is supposed to go... I know grieving is, you said, you're going through those emotions, but this one is grieving plus a lot of toxic, stuff coming up. That's why I created a coping mechanism where, for instance, I'm making example, I go to church, I do my business and I walk out. No chit-chats, no nothing. Chit-chats with my friends and I'm done.
Yes.
Go to the car. It saves me from a lot. You get what I'm saying? Same applies with people around me. I prefer to be indoors. Like, I'm literally locked up in the house. I only come out when there's a need and it's people I trust. And I know they're not gonna ruin my mood and everything. So it's very... This journey is something. I thought it would... For me personally, I knew I was going to be hurting that I've lost my dad. But I thought it would be better because he was a people's person. And maybe I'll find comfort in people. But it's not... It's worse actually.
Yeah.
To the point that I feel like let me just relocate and just leave this place. But I can't, of course.
I won't lie, actually, you just took me back to the day, I think. When you called me, I won't lie, I was going home to sleep. February 14th, by the way. I'm like, yo, like Faith. I'm like, what's going on, Faith? And I got your text. I'm like, yo, Mom, what's happening? Like, Mom, like, what's like, this was Paul, and then you were just like, you were really down. I think the whole family, just the atmosphere, we just felt it, that it just sucked. So how would you explain your idea? What would you explain? What is it to the idea of grief? Even you've been here, and at that time, what transpired, what you were feeling in you?
Well, for me, the idea of grief, I can't really have a solid definition of it because it changes every day. But I think the idea of grief to me, it's going through the stuck journey. You're just walking into a hopeless journey and you're trying to find hope somewhere. Yes. But you can't see, it's blurred.
It's blurred, yeah.
But what gives you the hope is holding on to the beautiful memories that you have of this person, because at the end of the day, you look back and reflect at the person you are mourning and you realize that this person wouldn't want me to be in the stuck corner forever, right? But the sad part of it is, even though you know what you should be doing, it doesn't work that way. One day you wake up, you're on the bright side. The next day you wake up, you feel like the whole world is crumbling before your face. For me, it's hard because me and my dad, we were close, practically together everywhere. To the point that he used to call me his PA because we were just like this.
Oh, it's together, yeah.
So even towards his last days, we were like even closer. We were very close to the point that some images are living rent free in my head, and I'm battling with them because I feel like maybe if I wasn't there when this happened, maybe the pain would be lesser, you know? But I'm trying to think about it. I'm like, but maybe God wanted me to be strong. Or maybe God wanted me to, I don't know what he wanted. But you think about it and you're like, why was I here at this point? Like, maybe because I was the strength the family needed then.
Yeah.
You know, seeing his health deteriorating. Like, I was there the whole time, dude. Even in the ambulance, I was by his side. When his health was going like this, I was there. When this went like this, I was there. Even the last people to view him before they called us and said he's passed away in the ICU, me and my sister visited him last.
I was so scared.
You get. And when they called us, when we left the ICU, because ICU you visit at 1, it's 7, it's 1, and then it's 5, right? So when we went there at 1, the moment I walked out of the door, I got sick. I had fever, I had headache. You know, when you having an unsettling feeling, you don't get it. Like, I got sick. My sister's a doctor. So she was like, maybe let's run to La Paga ER. I'm like, if we go there, I'm not going to come out. So let's just go to the pharmacy and buy some drugs. We best Mbabane, by the way. So we went to the pharmacy opposite Hungry Lion.
That pharmacy that on its phone.
Yeah, by the place.
You see it,
She goes there and she's calling out meds, and then they were like, but there's no doctor's prescription. Then she takes out her badge. My English is 7 in another country. I'm a doctor.
Yeah, gold level. How to pressure, by the way.
Yeah. And then they gave us the meds.
Yeah.
And then they said, I need to go rest. So we went to Kundi's house, because Kundi's mom always used to come every day. And then, actually every day she was there. Even when we were at ICU, she stayed with us outside. I couldn't even sleep. I was tossing and turning through the whole time. And then I finally got that 5 minutes of sleep. So even when I got that 5 minutes of sleep, then they call, because ICU, they had my number and mom's number. So they call me. My sister picks up the phone. He's like, we are calling from the ICU unit. Are you guys outside? We've been looking for you. And then my sister's like, no, we had to leave. My sister is very unwell and stuff like that. Like, okay. But can we talk to her? Because Lana's Bona, because the only person who can permit what my sister's like, she's sleeping. And I was like, no, I'm not waiting. Let's go. So we drove quickly. In our heads, we are like, he's awake, he's, you know, we were happy because the last visit we got there, my sister's a doctor, she looked at everything, it's like, okay, the BP is perfect, the breathing is fine, he's stable. And also because, so his ICU journey transitioned to, he woke up fully, and then he went back in a coma. From the coma, he was non-responsive to anyone, his eyes were just shut. And then, when we went there, he started flicking his eyes a bit, and then tears were dropping. So we're like, that's good news, right? Meaning he's coming back to us, right? So we're like, so happy. There was this joy and peace of mind.
Right.
You know? And I remember the last verse I read to him was the verse which talked about dry bones coming to life, prophesy to the dry bones, they shall come to life. And I remember I played him Nguyenzeka because he liked that song. So we go there, we ring the bell once, because you ring the bell, judges don't go. It's like, ring it twice, ring it 3 times, and that's cut through. And those doors just open, it's cold in there. And then we see so many people gather around the bed. And then my heart felt like it's dropping on the ground.
On the day.
The same feeling I got, on the day. When I walked out before I got sick, same feeling I got when I crossed the road. That touch. And we walked. And when the doctor said, can I talk to you guys first? My sister was like, she's a doctor. She's like, I think I get it. And then I'm like, so yeah, he was okay. And then suddenly there was that sound, and then the lights got straight. We tried bringing him back, but then he came back. Like that moment, nothing was making sense. Like my mind was like, I just need to go see him. Then you guys, like, can I go?
Yeah.
Stood up, went there. Looking so fine and handsome, like he's just taking a nap, and he's like, I'm gonna wake up, wake me up later. And I'm like, this guy is just sleeping. Like, what's going on? Touched him, he's warm, his feet are warm. He's glowing, guys. He had this glow. We always used to make a joke that when he's out from ICU, we need to ask them because no, guys, you can't make it. And it was at that moment that I realized my dad was gone when I went to him, and I was like, Daddy. He didn't respond. I'm like, Daddy, because even when I was at ICU, he would do a finger, please. I was like, Daddy, and I just slept on his chest because they are naked, but then there's a sheet just covering them. And I was like, Daddy. And I stepped on his chest. He didn't respond. And I shook him. Daddy. He didn't respond. I touched his face. He didn't respond. And then I was like, wow. He's gone. And my sister was like, let's just go back. I'm like, and then I just held on to him and I hugged him. And I touched his beard, I touched his hair, and I kissed him on the forehead. And I tried again. I was like, Dad. And he didn't respond. Yeah. He had to leave. So.
Can I get tissue, please? Yeah.
So, yeah, guys. So.
And because...
And then it was on the 14th of February. You know, I have about it. Yeah. I was like, this guy's still trying to prove us how much he loved us. That he even sacrificed his own life on Valentine's. I mean, who does that?
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, I remember. I think, Mom, when we got to the hospital, thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much. When we got to the hospital, I think Mom was like, what happened? Like, trying to go see him. I'm like, no. I'm like, no. I was like, well, I think she eventually like, but he looks so fresh, he
was glowing, guys.
And I'm like,
talk about that.
Yeah, Mom said he was like
he
glowing.
Looked like he came from a spa date.
Yeah.
You know, there's something Dr. Kindandi said on the memorial. Like, we are doctors. We've seen people passing away. But we've never seen that shine. It makes you look forward to want to pass away in the presence of the Lord.
Yeah.
Can I talk about how he was glowing and he was shining? Like he came from a whole massage session and he still had the oils on his body. The man was looking fine. He even gained weight. He was just... What gives me peace today is just knowing that he looked so peaceful. You know, it's sad to look at your loved one and see they struggle.
Yeah.
But just knowing that he laid there and he slept with you, it just makes me wonder that the last moments, did he smile? What happened? Did he say his Messiah or something like that?
What happened?
You know, because he was just shining, and I'm like, if I die one day, I want to shine like him. I don't want to look somehow. So yeah.
Understand. So I think also just to touch base, I think that sometimes you still like you still process and I think you're like, oh, go back, everything, these things just actually change, right? So I think, would you say in this journey, like people have been there for you, people have been there to call you, like who's been also there to assist, like what's been another? It's up to you if they've been assisting you and all that.
So
yeah, just I think
I just want to clarify on this.
Yeah.
To the journey. You know, when something happens the first time, everyone is gonna be, sorry, my condolences, and that. And then there's also these people who tried reaching out when I was in the dark place, and I was like, just not gonna talk to anyone. Like, you know, it takes forever. I remember I only replied to the condolences texts 2 months later. Because it's not like I didn't see them.
Yeah.
Where do I begin? What do I say? Do I say thank you? How do you say thank you when someone is saying condolences? You don't. How do you type thank you to that? And then there's also questions like, what happened? Why do I have to tell you what happened? You get what I'm saying? But through that journey, as I said, I've lost a lot. But I've gained. One thing I've learned is day ones really matter. He met her a lot.
Yeah.
You know, there's people I know that like they got me.
Wait, what would you define as your day one? I think, because my day ones, I think for me my day ones are gone. So I think for you in this one, what did you say at day one? Yeah, for you in this.
For me,
my
day ones are those who's been there through the good, the bad, the ugly, guys.
Yeah. Because
people think when it's a day one, you must jump in pay.
So the high school.
It's not even about high school, dude. You know the people you had in high school that when it's bad, they didn't show up.
Those are snakes.
When I had someone I thought was a sister, she didn't show up for me till today. It's 6 months later, my dad's dead. I don't even know what she's doing with her life. She's never called me, never done anything for me. You get what I'm saying? Day ones are people who will stick with you, and it's important to know those people.
Yeah.
Stick with you to the good, the bad. No one it's fine. It doesn't have to be rated as because we've been friends for 6 years and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 years. No. You can meet someone 3 days ago and it's genuine.
Yeah.
It's genuine. It's one thing for someone to be concerned about you because it can only last a day or two. But they can't tolerate how today you're happy, tomorrow you're sad. Today, 2 seconds, I can literally be laughing with you guys now. And a thought just comes in my mind instantly and I'm shut down for the rest of the day. I'm gone. Niba grumpy. Everything irritates me. But how are the people around me gonna handle that? Now we have say now in much.
I understand, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, my day ones are those. And I can list you guys. List you guys. It's Coco. There's Kudi, there's Dash, there's Simpiwe.
Yeah.
There's Sunny.
Yeah.
And if I'm not listening to other people, guys, I'm so sorry, but I'm just...
Kundi.
I did say Kundi.
Yo, Kundi was time
Kundi was there.
Yo,
Kundi
was
still walking and joking. Kundi was there every single day. He would come to the hospital. Even the day Dad passed, he was there. To the point that when he was driving, he had a minor accident with shines. And... yeah.
To woke up and drove again.
So sometimes it's hard for me to face Kundi.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know what to say to him because I know he's hurting too. Not to say that everyone else isn't hurting. We are all hurting. But, you know, Kundi's like a brother that I never had. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know what he's feeling. I know that feeling he's getting. And it's hard now to comfort each other during this time. You know. But I just want to say thank you guys. You guys have been amazing. Yo, Dash.
Welcome.
I remember when Dash wrote to me a message.
What did she say? Okay. All right.
Can you just give me a second to look on the message? Shout out to Dash. I'm highlighting Dashes. Not to say that other people didn't. I really appreciate everything. But then
I wrote you 2 pages though.
I do remember, my guy.
5 pages the next day.
Funny story. I hope she doesn't say this. She blasted me on how she was there for me, what, to the point that when she went to SA was a on the sand and I didn't pay attention.
Who's that? What happened?
She was being there for me when I was going through a rough time, and then to the point
Wait, what happened? Wait!
So
what happened?
It's this thing of the texts. Remember how I said Guti? After Dad's death, it took me a while to actually start answering people's messages. So there's a certain point where I was just shutting everyone down. I think you also noticed. Like, even though you try reaching out to me, like, I'm just... like, there's the break
I was scared.
between...
I was really scared.
You know, that I really can't talk. Even now, I struggle with talking. But I've been trying. So what happened was... this lovely lady was... female friend of mine reached out to me countless times that I didn't notice. And then, to the point that when she traveled out of the country, you know those cute things where you go at the beach and then you write someone's name and take a video? She sent that video to me. It's like, you know, I even went that extent just to show you how much I'm concerned about your life. Yeah, but anyway, back to Dash.
Yeah. Dash, the famous Dash.
Just to clarify, I'm sorry to anyone who I didn't pay attention to.
That's okay.
So, Dash,
say hi. She had the back.
Hi, Dash.
Hey.
the bag, by the way. But yeah, sure.
So Dash sent me a message on the 14th of February.
Yeah.
P.S. I got a tattoo on that. I don't know if you guys can see.
Okay. 14 out. Wait. That's a cross. It's
so
beating.
this is faith, hope, and love. And then
Who did this?
shout out to my boy Setu. He just decided this one. So he's cool, guys. You guys should check him out. Guys, the guy is good.
Okay.
But yeah, so this was done in remembrance of my dad.
Okay.
I've got matching tattoo with my sister.
Okay.
Lomzala, the doctor. We got this at the same time. So 14 is the Valentine's Day when he passed away. So we still have faith and hope and love. We love him so much. We have faith that one day we're going to see him. Resurrection time. We are hopeful. And that's the love part. So 14/02/24. This is it. So Dash sent me a message on the 14th of February. That's the day Dad passed away. She sent me a verse. John 16 verse 22, which I didn't read. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, but John 16 verse 22.
Yeah. So then she was like, this is a very difficult time and I understand completely. I honestly don't even know what to say, but I know that the pain I feel is nothing compared to how you feel. I'm so sorry for your lost faith. I'm really sorry that I couldn't even be there before now. I'm truly sorry for what you and your family are going through, but God sees and He knows. I pray that the Lord keeps you strong and that He renews your strength at this difficult time. I pray that He caters for all your needs and He continues to not leave you nor forsake you. I love you and I'll keep you and your family in my prayers. My deepest condolences. And she ended with the verse again, Revelations 21 verse 4.
Beautiful.
Beautifulness.
Just to touch base on that, I think you and Dish hadn't been close like that for a long time, and then I think at that point, would you say that people came from there to come console you now? I think people that you didn't expect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this journey has actually taught me that the people you least expect are the ones that show up for you.
Okay.
Hence, I believe that we need to be kind to everyone. You don't know who's gonna come to your rescue one day. And when we think about rescue, we're always thinking of monetary wise, blah, blah, blah. No. Just emotional support is enough. Look at this. These people I vouched on that would be there for me. They're not there. Don't even know how they look like now. But look at how God works in His mighty ways. Look at this. So shout out to Dash.
Okay, thanks. Let's go. Shout out to Dash at the back. Okay, so just to like quick and like would you say you've had maybe physical responses? I think also upon yourself. I think with you grieving, would you have like appetite, like sleepless nights, or anxiety, like what is your response to all this?
This one is funny, guys. You see me, I've gained weight like this. I don't even eat. I really don't.
Yeah.
There's one person I want to talk about who is always pushing me to eat.
Yeah.
You know this though.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to appetite, no. Okay, I think let me just put it the right way. I think the weight gain has to do with when you don't have appetite and there's certain things you just want to eat and they're not good for you. For me, it's sodas. I find comfort in sodas. Just eat, and then you know how sodas fill your tummy up. The acid and all that will body because you are alive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it has to be that. I'm not a sweet person, so I can't say chocolate and it's just occasional. So it's those stuff, and then it's snacks, comfort food like chips and all that. But when we're talking about real food, like a whole meal on the plate, I struggle to even finish that because I love cooking.
Yeah.
And the person who would hype me is my dad. So every time I go to the kitchen and cook a meal, I know what he would say right now.
Yeah.
So me and food journey, we're not yet there. We still trying gradually. I can go the whole day without eating. Someone I know will come and talk. Have you eaten? No, eat now.
Yeah.
Very sick. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot, guys.
Okay.
can't eat. I'm struggling with my eating habits. The sleep is worse.
Yeah.
The sleep is worse. I struggle to sleep. I'm up at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I'm up. I doze off in between and then I wake up. I just can't sleep. It's not normal sleeping in the house without him yet. You can't comprehend it. You can't understand it. It's not normal going a day without receiving a read more message. What scriptures. I'm sure we all go through.
Yeah.
I'm sure we all miss those messages like
with
even on Tuesday prayers.
With the
I'm
cross.
sure you guys are missing those Tuesday prayers. Remembrance, because you join prayer and you don't join prayer even if you get
to the point
that he will even say if you have issues with bundles, let us know. We're gonna put you data bundles.
I think you transferred the energy somewhere else. I think I've seen you baking, I've seen you doing the cookies. Good on Pastor Gona's cook.
Actually, okay.
Yeah.
Donuts, guys.
Okay, let's go. I'll take them out bit by bit. Like what inspires all the guys? Yeah, no, mine.
We just
okay. Yeah, okay. So thank you for the donuts. Thank you again for
not only donuts.
I've got more.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So actually, when I started this whole thing, I used to make cinnamon rolls. I don't know if we are investing in my cinnamon rolls. Those are the cinnamon rolls, and then the donuts, and then the cookies.
Oh Jesus!
I don't know if you can show them the cinnamon rolls.
So like, where do it's like at least one in mine? These are mine.
For you and the crew. So this box is for us and the crew, and then
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So like, what inspired all this? I think, have you transferred all the energy? Has this helped you like maybe cope to the pain? Like, let's say that.
So before we go there, you guys should go on Facebook, check my page, cinnamon rolls and coffee. Alright?
Do that. Alright.
And like cinnamon roll and coffee there, and then that's a business page. You can place your orders there. My number's there, everything is there.
What's What's the number?
7618 3288.
Again.
7618 3288. So you place an order and then we'll communicate. So it's the box of cinnamon rolls at $80.
Okay.
6 of them. And then the donuts. The donuts.
Yeah.
A box of them. That's 6 of them at $80. And then we have cookies, So and then an individual unit for each, it's $15. In an instant that maybe you don't want the 6, but maybe you want 4, and then you just say 15 times that amount, and then you get it. So again, 7618 3288. That's my number. I got you.
What inspired all this? Amazing.
So, I mean, I'm a natural cook and a baker. My husband's gonna be a happy man.
Usman.
Anyway, so also I just like okay. So also besides that, because I naturally cook and bake, then I had a liking for, when you're going through this whole grieving thing and then getting into depression. So I wanted to keep my mind busy, so I think less and then don't lose myself. And then I started, okay, let me do content, right? I remember my first content is I was making...
Wait, hold up. She started YouTube before me, but then I don't know what the channel is. I think she's got 2 videos. What happened? What?
Okay.
Go back to YouTube.
So I started my YouTube channel. So So I started my YouTube channel probably 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
And then the inspo was, I'm a PK, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to show the world how it is being a PK and living the natural life, right?
Okay.
And then life happened, and then I neglected the channel.
Yeah.
So now I want to come back. By the way, it's Miss Faye Faay. Right? You guys should check that out. So now I'm gonna be back with content, probably my cooking and all those other things in life in general, right? So Mugilana, I started content recently. The first thing was skincare. I mean, like, I've got fluoride.
Even on TikTok, it's like content creation. TikTok, you've actually you're born. Tell us, like, why? Why is Nisha?
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
I'm coming back. Don't worry,
please.
I'm coming back. So I started with the skincare routine, and you know, you have to work for such a beautiful face like this. I mean, can you see?
Yeah.
And then cooking came in. I made my first pizza for the very first time. And then as I was doing this, I realized that I'm thinking less. All the aggression is put in the food in a positive way. And like, I give to the world something hearty and full of love. That's how this whole journey started. So I made the cinnamon rolls. I made 1 or 2 people taste. And I was like, you can actually do something good with this. And then that's how the cinnamon rolls and the donuts and everything came up. So guys, trust me when you taste them.
Please do check out Miss Faith. I think with more. I think also just to go back. I think just so we can tell them more. But there's a lot. I think we do need a part 2, right? We'll be back for another part 2. Okay, good name. I think we'll just touch base. I'll just drop the end there. So I saw I think also I had there's social responses and emotional response. So emotional, there's anger, there's sadness, there's crying, there's and then there's there's guilt and all that. Has any emotional let me say response played in you? Like, that was bad of me, but it's just because of the situation.
In terms of the grieving?
Yes, in terms of grieving.
Definitely. Definitely. All of them have played part. I'll start with anger. Yes, I get angry a lot.
Yeah.
I get angry, but I choose peace, as I always say. But you have to control that, because it's the slightest thing that makes you angry. When someone says something and puts it the wrong way, it triggers certain things, right? Also, the guilt part. When it comes to the guilt, when I'm grieving, it's more of, to be honest, the only guilt I have in the whole grieving is probably before my dad died. Probably thinking of when you look at the doctor's reports and what they said, and then you're like, maybe we didn't pay close attention to certain things. Maybe we could have seen it earlier. Maybe we could have handled it earlier, right? Yeah. It's like when I had to come talk to you guys today. I really didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to say. I wasn't sure if I was ready to speak to the world about what I'm going through. So I get anxious sometimes. And then that's when you see me going quiet and shutting down a bit. And you feel like, are you okay? But I'm okay.
Perfect.
So it's just a roller coaster of things. Sometimes I'm so happy. I'm happy because the people around me are making me happy. And I'm also happy. I wake up in a good mood because I've been thinking of the good memories that I shared with this particular individual. It makes me happy. It gives me a positive vibe. So the whole grievance thing, I just want to say, who's with someone who's grieving, or if you're grieving, it's okay to have a roller coaster of emotions. Yeah. Reality is you never stop grieving. But you learn how to live with the absence of the person.
Yeah.
And it can take you 10 years to feel like you're okay. You'll never be okay, actually. But you just learn to understand that so and so is not there. And I need to try and put myself together. I can't wait till I get to that stage in life. I'm getting there gradually. I've started doing things. I've started going out a bit. I've started seeing, like, talking, interacting. But it's not the same. Some days I just still feel like,
There's still a lot.
I don't talk to anyone.
I understand. Okay, I think there's a lot to discuss. I think we also have it discussed on the second part. But I think just to wrap this first part up, I think we are here on Jesus and Chill. So just to close it up, would you say that where was God in this? Would you say that why would God allow this? Would you say when you pray the answer Father, heal my father. Father, heal my father. Yes, but would you say that just to conclude this one, to conclude it for the next segment? In conclusion, I just want to put it the right way. In quotes. Yeah. I do not say I'm a disclaimer of God. Please don't get me wrong. Yeah. I just need to emphasize on this for someone else who's going through something out there and say, no, I had her say that. God is real. God exists.
God is there and he hears.
Yeah.
Right. But I do feel like where was God? Right. I want to differentiate these things. Through this whole journey, it's only now when I look back at it and realize that God has been there actually. I'm going to share something sensitive that I don't know if I should share, but I should. God was there. Before my dad got into coma, we actually lost him. So there was that fast forward between he got discharged the day before. We went back to hospital quickly. His health deteriorated. He became weak and weary and everything. Right. We had to rush him to the renal unit. Renal deals with kidneys and stuff like that. Right. We rushed him there. He couldn't breathe. He was gone.
Okay.
So what happened was, when we rushed him there, he actually said, I'm done. I need to go and rest. Right. Now this is God acting. So we actually lost my dad way before the 14th of February.
Yeah.
He was gone. It took them 3 hours to bring him back to life. 3 hours. They tried everything.
Yeah.
Those things which electrify the chest.
I see that.
Those injections to kickstart the heart. Till he went on 100% life support. Now I'm going to where was God? Where was God was the day after he went on life support and they didn't believe he'll make it out. He was on 50-50 back to himself. Breathing on his own and the machine.
Yeah.
To the point that they told us that by the end of the week he might be in the one. That is God. Looking at it now, I realize that God actually proved himself that, you know what, if I want to heal this man, I can heal him.
Yeah. But
maybe God had other plans for him. We don't know. Till today, I don't know what the plans are, as painful as the will of God is. God had plans. Realistically, if he wanted to heal him, that moment he proved that he could heal him for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He proved that he could heal him for us because this is a person who was on 100% life support. He had multiple tubes in his mouth. He couldn't breathe. They thought he was gone and gone for good. This is the person who the next day comes back to 50% breathing on my own, 50% half of the pipes have been moved on my mouth, 50% responsive now. He can't talk with his mouth, but he's showing signals and he's active. And the doctor saying this guy will be out of the ICU in no time. But what did God do? He said, my will has to be fulfilled in this matter. I'm taking my servant, as sad as it is. So God was there. God could have healed him, but he had a bigger purpose that is so hurtful for us. We don't know why. So God was there. But at the same time, I feel like he failed. But again, God is there in every situation, guys. God still lives. God is still there. I want to be honest with you. I still can't pray because during my dad's death, I spent so much time praying and interceding for him and reading the Bible, visiting him. But it's hard to pray now. Not to say I don't believe in God. God is there. I can only pray in my heart, but afterwards, I can't say it of yet. So God is there in every situation. I think we just need to be hopeful and realize that at the end of the day, it says all things are working together for my good. And it says, for I know the plans I have for your life. These are plans to prosper you and of good health, right? And he knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb, and he predestined you for greatness. So everything that is happening today is not something he didn't know. He knew it was going to happen. But now we need to be hopeful for the bigger picture. And I'm still waiting to see exactly what you wanted to prove to us. Maybe we had to go through that so that we grow in a certain way in your spiritual life. We don't know exactly what, but I do believe God is still there.
All right. No, thank you so much, Faith. I think there's a lot to discuss. I think on the second part, I think with that, I think just have an introduction laid down. Thank you again for this one. I think we're just going to touch more, I think, about the things of God, I think, on the next one, and that, like, how you're going through with it, and like how, you know, everyone else has been affected, like family, and all. I think also like how you're gonna grow and all that, and think just you as a person. So thank you again. So like
You're welcome.
thank you again, guys, for the third episode. That's the introduction, by the way. I think the first part of it, and then we'll be next for next one. Faith, thank you.
Thank you for having
Next
me
one.
today.
Yeah, I think I'll go to my donuts now.
Yeah.
I can leave you here now.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next one. Ouch!